Hi, it's Matt Getter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Wednesday, January 18th, 2023. The address we're inspecting today is 8720 Southwest Wilson Lane, Wilsonville, Oregon, 97070. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic. It looks like the sewer pipe is going to travel to the street in front of the house, and we're running some water to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. Pipe shows no recent signs of blockage or backup. At least through the first 10 feet, everything appears to be moving through here pretty quickly.
Camera. Yeah. I remember watching Roto-Rooter do this once.
All of the joints, junctions in the pipe, at least that we've seen so far,
say it again,
appear to be glued and watertight. So this signifies a few things here. This signifies transitioning pipe size, so we're going from 3-inch pipe into 4-inch pipe. Signifies transitioning pipe materials. We're going from ABS plastic into 3034 plastic. And then lastly, we're transitioning into a branch off the city lateral piping. And even though we enter into city lateral piping, technically all of this would be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length, start to finish. Overall, looks okay. It looks like they're using a flexible Fernco type fitting, like a rubber fitting. It has shifted a little bit to the left, but it is still pretty smooth, really smooth as can be still. So kind of a non-issue at this point, but wouldn't be a bad idea to have a sewer scope every 3 years or so. Just keeping an eye on this joint, make sure it doesn't shift any worse or change. But at this point, the camera slides right through there really nicely. We're going to transition again, so at 21 feet, we're going to transition into a big, large concrete pipe. Once we reach the lateral, we're going to turn off the water, and we'll look at that area again. The concrete piping is showing some aging and wear. Pretty typical where the two sections of pipe come together. That's typically where you get that deterioration first. So you can see where the sections of piping are coming together. You have that level of deterioration there. Pretty typical, especially for a 1980s house. We're going to reach the lateral at 61 feet. So we're going to turn off the water. We're going to also turn off the microphone. We're going to drain everything out of the pipe. We're going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse. There was one area that looked a little bit weird, but water was running over the top of it. So I'm hoping with the water off, we can take another peek at that and get a little bit more clarity. Okay, we've drained everything out. We're going to look at the pipe again on the pullback here. So at first I thought there was some deterioration in the pipe and it was causing like a launch ramp thing here, but it also, now that we've looked at it for a while, and we're pretty sure that most of the water, the residual stuff ahead of this area has drained out. If you come down, it does look like maybe we have a little bit of like a natural spring shooting in the bottom of the pipe here. And you can see the water flow increase on the back side of this. So there is definitely another water source entering the sewer pipe, probably from the ground. You can almost see maybe like a hairline crack there too, where water's coming in. So it's been pouring rain, so there's probably like a little bit of a groundwater spring or something, or just the amount of rain that's been happening is finding its way in the bottom of this pipe. That's definitely an oddity there. And it's right up from the lateral, so it's out there in the middle of the road. So we'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist and maybe Clean Water Services to determine next steps in this area. I would think that because this is out in the public roadway, this would be a case for Clean Water Services or the public sewer maintenance people out here, repair people out here. But it does look like there's a freshwater source or a second source of water coming into our pipe right here. We've kind of like sprung a leak, so there's a crack and some additional water coming in. You can see the extra flow right there at the lateral. So that's an interesting one. So I would say the sewer pipe needs some attention at this point. I recommend passing it on to a repair specialist and then the sewer servicing company out here in Wilsonville. Just some normal deterioration there. And then there was one other area that we wanted to look at on the pullback here, so I'm just going to keep the microphone on while we're backtracking and get into that. see it anymore. I believe this was it at 21 feet. It looks like it could be, looks like some hair, some twine, maybe even like a feminine product. All right, well that's good news. I don't have any concerns about that first area there. There's just a clump of hairball or something stuck on there. Anyway, so we'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist to make suggestions for maintenance or repairs and to identify what needs to happen at that area out there in the roadway, and then have them look at this area too. But it does look like it's just some debris, that's some hair that's kind of clumped on, caught onto something, stuck on.